Hello everybody.
I thought that I would start doing another speed build, speed decorate. I think it's due time. I've been loading up on items, and I thought we could start decorating our plaza, and then I also thought that I would start rehousing my villagers. I think the next thing I'm going to start building is a nice villager plaza over here, which means a lot of these flowers have got to go. It also means a lot of terraforming is going to happen, a lot of time traveling. Here is a picture of the map. Here's the map, right in the middle there, with all of the houses surrounded. That's what I want to build today. Let's get decorating. Since this was the first area that I kind of terraformed and built together, I realized I didn't have any props to like decorate it with, so now that I finally have all of these items, I feel kind of confident enough to start throwing things together. Just making like a small little plaza area, extending that a bit, decorating the area leading up to the museum, adding a few like lampposts and fences here and there. I'm not 100% set on this. This is just what items I had around at the time, so maybe in the future we could revisit this space and make it look better, but for now I was able to put furniture things down in this area, so that's cool. Still unsure with these tables if I want the black one or the tan one. That's something for me to decide later, so I'm just gonna have these here and I'll pick when the time is right after I've settled on the decision. But this is just a pretty basic decoration of the central area. Not quite sure how much of this space I want to keep. Zoe, get out of the way, oh my god. But it'll do for the time being. Yeah, I like it. But now onto terraforming. This project took me, 20 hours of recording. Took me a week to do, tons of time traveling. My lordy, it was a big one. After editing all this together, she's big. But I started by defining just where this kind of neighborhood castle area is going to attach to the town. I wanted to plot out where it would attach to the first area that I built. After I plotted all that out, I went and talked to Tom Nook to try and pick up a pretty cool bridge. I liked this blue iron bridge. I thought that looked pretty cool. Fit my vibe, so I plopped that down right over the river space that we have created. The time leading up to this great build, I've had plenty of money and time to just buy a ton of these castle building pieces. I want to have this entire neighborhood area encapsulated by these cool new 2.0 castle items. I thought they were just a fun way to like encapsulate a space. I had to move the shop because it was totally in the way of where I was eventually going to build all this stuff, so plopped that onto the beach, and I continued just kind of erasing the land around it to make room for this beautiful castle that we're going to build. Here you can see I'm starting to kind of plot out where I'm going to place each house. I figured it would be better to get a good estimate on where I was going to place everything before actually putting it there, because it takes a lot of time to time travel and build a house, and then money to like pay for that kind of stuff, so figured I'd just plot it out before actually doing it. I had to dig up so many flowers and remove them to places that wouldn't be affected by this build. You'll see many times in this video just me constantly moving the flowers in random places and then like 5 minutes later having to move them back. And I realized I had to chip into this mountain here, and this is sadly the last time we will ever see the Heart Lake. Say goodbye to the Heart Lake, everybody. She's about to die. I'm scared.
Ah! Oh no!
Oh my god. Yeah, I had never caught a scorpion before, and throughout this entire video you're gonna see how just bad I am at catching scorpions. I time traveled the next day and realized the bridge has been built, but it's also built in the wrong spot. I built it in the wrong spot. So I had to recarve out the river and destroy the bridge that we just built. He's back. Oh no! No! Because of the whole bridge kerfuffle, I had to readjust where all the houses are gonna be placed, where the river was gonna run, how much space this whole thing was gonna take. But you know, this is why I do. This is why I planned it out like this. So if I make a mistake, I don't have to move 40 houses. You know, it worked out for me. I wanted the river to kind of extend underneath the castle walls, and just be a center point for this entire castle. Just because I think water's pretty, and I really like seeing waters and ponds and puddles and things. I repicked out the bridge, and trying this again. Hopefully this spot will work. He's back. No! He got me again. I wanted to kind of separate my villagers' houses. I didn't want them all to be on the same level. I thought adding like a cool cliff separating 5 on the bottom, 5 on top would be kind of cool. Just to like get some level of variation, and I want to decorate around some inclines for this space, so I thought let me just build up this big hunkin' chunk of land so I can plot out the rest of the houses on top of it, just to, you know, have a little bit of variation. I thought it would be kind of cool to have maybe like a fountain in the center of the river, so I kind of plotted out just a curving, circular shape that I could potentially put a big water fountain on. Once I've created the space, I realized I had to actually go and buy the fountain DIY because I didn't have it before. And upon trying to build it, I realized I had to have a drinking fountain, so I had to buy the DIY for that and then build them both, and it was just something that took time, and I ran out of space. Anyway, here it is. It's beautiful. I put that right there. Very good. Very nice. But that's a lot of land. I gotta get rid of that. Cool. That's the one thing about Animal Crossing is I love circles. Circular shapes. Sometimes my OCD just makes me want to make it so it's not sitting on a square shape, but beggars can't be choosers. That's the best I could do. And then continuing the water up onto this top layer. Starting to build out the path. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted this path to wrap around throughout the entirety of the neighborhood that I'm building, so I just thought I'd lay down some cobblestone and just see if I like how, you know, it all wraps around. This bridge that I had to place at the very beginning of the game was in my way the entire time. So it wasn't till like the last few builds where I was able to remove it, and that was a glorious day. Get that out of the way. Plopping down my custom design for the road, my nice pink and purple streets, I thought I would just on one side create the path that I had in mind. I wanted the street to kind of loop around the houses, so every house was attached to a street, but it also wasn't the same each time. After seeing the custom design attached to it, I really like how it turned out, and this is me just trying to recreate the same look on the other side. It was time to talk to Tom Nook about moving our first villager, and I thought, Puddles, your house is in the most annoying spot right now. I'm gonna move you to the most annoying spot in the neighborhood. Figured that's your style. I put down her house and I grabbed a bunch of these really cool purple and blue bushes, and I thought I would kind of sculpt this front entrance a little bit by having some bush decor. I realized I didn't cut into this mountain enough, so I had to kind of chip off a little bit. Eventually I'm going to need to move all of those flowers up there, but for now it's just enough room for me to put this path down. adding some more bushes for detail, trying to figure out how much stuff I want to put in the actual line of the river. I think in this area I make it more of like a pond and put something in the center of it, which again, circles again. I figure what better to put in the center of this than David himself in all his glory. So all the villagers can walk by and just see, you know, what they're missing. Time traveling later, we moved Tex's house all the way adjacent to Puddles, just so I can plot down the areas around the bridge and the inclines that I liked. And now that our bridge is finally in its appropriate spot, I was able to finish the road and attach it to our resident services, our central area that we just decorated. It's always really satisfying putting down custom designs and seeing it all come together. Paolo's turn is next. We moved him into the neighborhood. I thought it would be cool to have maybe like a stone bridge breaching the gap over this waterfall, and I realized I couldn't do it because Tex and Puddle's house was way too close to each other, and the river and the bridge. So I had to move everything back on the top area because I needed to move back Tex and Puddle's house a bit, just so I could put in this bridge. Another one of those, should have built the bridge first before putting down the houses, but sometimes I just get too excited and I move something before actually planning it through. It was this idea was mostly planned, but I never really figured out what it was like in the grand scheme of things. Finally, I was able to get rid of this stupid wooden bridge, and I filled up that hole so I could complete the space. After time traveling a little bit, I retouched base with Puddles and moved her house away from that cliff so I could put Tex's house in that little nook I created. Hopefully, the next day I'll be able to put down a bridge and all will be well. But now that I have a few houses, I'm able to complete the road surrounding them, doing some touch-ups on the custom designs. Yeah, putting down a bridge. See, there it is. Doesn't that look so good? I wanted each villager to have their own little yard in this space. It was a long day. After correcting a lot of mistakes with the bridges and with the houses, I figured that was a good enough place to end it for this round of Animal Crossing. It happened. What are you thinking? You're wearing my shirt and everything. I'm thinking of moving. Thoughts? Well, Renee, you've been pretty cool. Well, it's been a blast living on Jupe Shores. No regrets. Rockin' memories. Yup. Now, I have to replace you before I finish building. Oh, no. Yeah, that threw a monkey wrench in my operation because I had it blocked me from time traveling. Ignoring what just happened, I decided to talk to Puck and move his house, and I also wanted to see this incline get placed. Having Renee move out is great for me and the ability for me to find my dreamies, but it's also sad because I'm trying to speed build this thing as fast as possible, and I rely heavily on time travel. So if I want to find a villager that I actually like, I'm gonna have to replace her before I time travel to the next day, which eats up so much of my time. Which is fine, I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. I put down these nice little sand blotches in the grass because I want to plant some palm trees in this area. I ran around, grabbed some coconuts, and I plopped those little coconut baddies into those little squares, hoping that they will grow big and strong for my beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. It's now time to start plotting out the roads in this upper area. Gonna have to take down a lot of these trees and rocks and stuff, but I just surrounded the area with this cobblestone, just kind of plotting out how the roads would connect and circle with each other, and it all turned out pretty good, other than these flowers in the way. That's fun. I also wanted some entrances, so there's more than one exit area to this place. I want my villagers to be out about and mingling, and if there's only one entrance, I could see that kind of cluttering up their ability to be free. So I created 2 exit areas on the side here in case they ever wanted to go out and do other things. After putting down a few castle walls just to see how big I wanted this space to actually be, I felt confident enough putting down some custom designs. I'm starting to be able to see my vision. I don't know why I can't seem to figure out how to catch those stupid scorpions. This happens so many times. We have said our final goodbyes to Renee. I'm trying to build a magnificent castle for all of my villagers, but I can't just ignore. So I figured I have no choice because I need to time travel in order to finish this build, but I have no choice.
No.
No. Boomer! No. But no. Gorilla!
No! No.
Better be someone worth scaling the... No.
No!
He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well.
What's your name? Well, hello there. I bet you didn't expect to meet someone like me in a place like this. The name's Keaton. I'm an eagle about town. We should probably stick together, don't you think? I couldn't have said it better myself, Keaton. Do you want to come to mine? I have my own island. And it has a castle on it. But I believe in destiny. We met for a reason. I just decided to move to Juice Shores, Wingo. Welcome to the team, Keaton. He's cute, and he's tall. When I think of all the twists and turns that brought me to this island, it makes me happy. Happy because I got to meet you. Oh, Keaton. What is it with me and blue and yellow birds? It's also Static's birthday.
Hey, bud.
Oh, I have the best present for you, Static. Don't even worry about it. It'll be here in 3 to 5 business days. Yeah, exactly. I just, I heard tale of a potential new neighbor living next door, and I don't know, maybe go say hi.
Such a happy day. Happy birthday, Static.
There he is. Oh. What do I do? Oh. Okay. Here! No! I cannot for the life of me figure out how to catch them. I don't know if I will ever catch them. There he is. Okay, we just have to charge him. Yeah! No! Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I put down more palm tree spots. I just like trees. They really brighten up the place. And finally encapsulating the entirety of this area in castle wall fences. Soon it will be accomplished. Look at him run after the little bug. Oh, he's trying his best. So I've got all of these furniture items collected. Up here, it looks like we still have one more house, the rest of the castle walls to build. And it's Flora's turn. Flora's gonna get moved into the neighborhood. Love that. This project was huge. It takes up 1/4 of my entire island. I don't have regrets though. I really like how this turned out. Now that we're getting down to actually decorating, I thought, let's put some benches around, just random seating spots. I wanted to put an incline here so my villagers can just come down to the beach, but I was dumb and forgot that it's 2 spaces long. So no matter what I did, it would never fit this castle arch. So I had to think of a plan B for that, because that was gonna bug me. I de-stressed by venting to Keaton a little bit. His presence is very calming. I just had to destroy the incline and try again. We only had one more villager to move, and that was Zoe. Okay, what the heck? Where's Zoe? Zoe? She's not even an option. Let's go. I've never been in here, or I've never talked to her. Hi. Pardon for stopping in. This is a bit strange. Yeah, I at the time, I didn't know what was going on, but I had never talked to her. That was the reason why. If I would have just spoken to her, I could have moved the house. Because my dimensions for the castle walls were kind of funky, I kind of had to fudge the look of the castle a little bit. It doesn't fit quite perfectly, but it'll do. What's wrong, Flora? That was a pretty heavy sigh.
This pop star I saw on TV last night was so amazing. She was like everything I admire and more. Got me stressing about if I'm ever going to get to where she is.
Don't sell yourself short. You're you. And that's fantastic.
No, I can do this. I just need to work hard and get super glamorous. I'll be the biggest pop star ever.
Great. I see you've got your shine back. I look forward to your radical success. Yeah, they're just getting close, right? They're just friends, you know? It's not a love thing, right? Anyway, I set up some surveillance flamingos by Flora's house just to, you know, keep an eye on my friend, while I planted these really cool iceberg fences? Blockades? Against the cliff walls, just to hide the dirt. I want to get the most color out of these spaces as possible, and I thought it suited the place. Now to decorate a few spots, I plopped down a few statues, a few bikes. I wanted to pick a fencing for this area. After looking at the two colorful fences that Animal Crossing offers, I still prefer this iron blue fencing. I think it looks really nice. Eventually I want to tint the color of my custom designs to be more blue, so not everything is so pink, but for now this works. And I loved these vaporwave palm trees. I think they're perfect. I am not yet sold on the colors that I used, but for now I'm going to plop them down into the space just to kind of sell the vaporness of this castle neighborhood that I created. Plopping down a few more decorations here and there. I want this place to feel filled. I don't want it to be so barren. I tried to add items next to the houses that I think are personalized for each of the villagers that I have here. I definitely want to revisit this when I have more items and do a version 2 pass of decorating everyone's house, but for now, I'm just making the space feel alive and lived in and comfortable for my villagers so they could finally feel like they have a home. Using these cool, colorful ice pillars, I framed the sides of the castle just so it actually looks like a vaporwave castle and not just some random thing that I popped up that doesn't match my aesthetic. We'll see if I want to change these up, but for now they add a nice amount of bright neon color to the space that I really like. Now it was time to add the flowers and the vegetation to this space. After putting in the bushes, I need to get more of these blue and purple bushes. They are the perfect bush for what I'm trying to go for. I put down as many of these bushes as I could just to kind of create variation in these little garden spaces that I have in the castle, and I went out and picked a bunch of flowers that I thought fit the color vibes, lots of purples and blues and pinks, and just plopped them down. It was kind of nice to finally use the hybrid flowers that I've been breeding this entire time and actually put them in a space, and I closed off all these flower spots, plopped down these cool banner lampposts, and just kind of started spacing out the area. The area that I'm working on here, I think it's a little park. I haven't quite decided what I wanted the space to be. I'm sure I'll revisit it, but I thought the best final touch would be to add these colorful street lights just kind of randomly placed throughout the castle to make everything look nice. I couldn't help but think that I was losing my mans. But throughout this entire process of building, I was too distracted by building to really spend time with Keaton, and I noticed that his attention has started to drift elsewhere. Today's the day to figure out how to move Zoe's house. Why can't I move Zoe's house? What is this? Is it because I've never talked to her before? I don't want to do that, but I guess I gotta. Okay, here we go. Hi, Zoe. Yeah, we've never spoken before. Hi, I'm Zoe. I was hoping we would run into each other, and now I'm hoping that we would get to be friends. No, I don't think we'll be friends. It's been so long and I haven't spoken a single word to her. Oh my gosh, I just have to talk to her. That's all I had to do, really. Now to tackle this final beast, the incline leading to the beach. I decided to build like a little alcove and then plop the incline connected to that, just so I could use my archway the way it's supposed to be, and the incline can work as it's supposed to be. I also like how the fences kind of cup this spot too, so it worked out in the end. And with all of the houses placed and all of the inclines built, I did the last final polishing touches, connecting sidewalks, adding a few more decoration items here and there, just seeing how else I can complete this space the best that I can. I'm really happy with how this turned out. All the colors, how all the houses fit symmetrically. I love having a nice contained space where I can find all of my villagers' houses. It all is uniform and looks great. The colors are looking great. As time goes on and we get more items, I'd love to redecorate this space, but for now I think it is looking fresh and comfortable for my villagers. Thank you everyone for joining me on the speed building journey of this cool castle neighborhood that we were able to achieve. I have so many big ideas for this island. It's only a matter of time that we get around to all of them. If you want to see all of this happen live, follow me on Twitch at IsaDisaa, or subscribe here. I'm planning on having a lot more speed builds to come. Thanks for watching!